Busting Indie Myths, Part 7. Now, today we're looking at the nationalist notion that the Union is a product of, quote, war, empire and Protestantism, close quote. And now that these things no longer hold the centrality that they used to hold in the nation, then the Union has, quote, run its course. Now, those were the exact words I heard from a woman on a panel programme called BBC Scotland Debate Night. And this notion stems from the writings of a historian called Linda Colley, who wrote this book called Britons on that very theme. And it's an interesting theory which has truth in it as far as it goes. But as far as it goes is suggested by the subtitle of this book, which is Forging the Nation, 1707, the year of parliamentary union, to 1837. Okay? And of course, during that time, there's no doubt that elements, including war, especially against the Jacobites in 1715 and 1745, the endeavour of empire and the growth of Protestantism did play a part in forging and maintaining the Union. However, those elements had a role, but it's wrong to imagine that they were the only elements. Even at that time, it's wrong to imagine that they were the only things holding us together, or even the predominant ones. Then, as now, we came together and we stay together through social and cultural affinity for each other, okay? The Union is about affinity, okay? It's not about things that have gone on in the past, much of which have contributed to the Union. The Union is essentially about affinity. What is affinity? Affinity is a natural liking for and understanding of someone or something. And as we say in our magazine, Do More Together, we are bound together by economic necessity, but also by natural affinity, by our sense of shared identity and shared endeavour with our family throughout these islands. That means we're not so much a family of nations as a nation of families, a union of families, if you like, with natural affinity for each other, natural liking and natural understanding of each other. And where we recognise that we have much more in common than what divides us, and so it makes sense for our political institutions to reflect that fact. So that affinity is in addition to the purely practical elements which hold us together and which benefit us, such as the obvious fact that we enjoy the benefits of association which accrue when we work together, especially economically and also on the international level. So if I had been on that panel programme, I would have pointed out to this person that the Union has not run its course, because the Union is a process, and the process of union never reaches an end. There is no end because Britain and its union is a work in progress. As we say in our article 12 Fundamentals of British Unionism, and we'll put that up in the links, Britain is a work in progress. There wasn't any time ever since Britain first arose from out the azure main, as the song goes, when we could say, this was the perfect union, this was the perfect Britain. It is something that we're always building together. It's an ideal we seek and work towards. Each day we write a page in our endless story. And the course is never completed.